All right, I gotta save that video for later. Let's see. All right, I'm logged into the wrong account. Great. Nope. Sorry, bro. What? Sorry about what? No need to be sorry about anything. Let me just set up everything first, and then we'll dive into the live stream. So bear with me. Okay, there we go with that. And then I'm also going to put in a poll. It says, did you hit the like button yet? Okay, there we go. Um, Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your day to be here. I don't know how many people are here right now. It says that there are 51 viewers, but I know that there's a portion of Twitter that will not give me the viewer count, but more of the view count. So, anyways, thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to be here right now. But let me just edit Rumble. I still haven't figured out Rumble Studio to be honest. And I feel like I should be using that, but I don't know. All right. So it looks like we got 37 people that are here. Thank you guys for watching. And we got 11 likes, so feel free to hit that like button as quickly as you can. It does help out with the channel, helps out with growth. I guess second. Good morning. Oh, you're talking to the other person that you said sorry. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. I'm so ready for this talk. Yeah, I mean, we need to go through all price predictions of Jasmy coin. We are going to go through it. So just give me a little bit of time to get some people in here, and then we'll talk about it. Because I know as soon as I, talk about it, there's going to be people that come in here and are going to say, "Hey, are you going to talk about what the title was all about?" So we have to give it some time in order to get into that. But um, I don't know if, I obviously think that this could be a good, video title just to put a video out there so everybody can watch it at their own pace rather than watching a 2 hour live stream or so. So it may be a situation where we do end up uploading a separate video kind of explaining what we are going through and giving my price prediction as well as all of the other price predictions that are there. um, so we're gonna be rich. I mean, it depends what you look at as rich, right? I feel rich with being able to spend time with my family and also being able to comfortably live rather than what I went through as a child where I didn't really have any type of money or food or sometimes a house to stay in. So I feel uh, very fortunate and rich, um, honestly. But when it comes to establishing wealth, um, yeah, I think we'll find a way to establish wealth with the crypto market. Can you dive into the gaming narrative? What do you think about it, and will it be significant this bull run? Gaming, yeah, I think it will be definitely significant. It depends what type of leap we make in creating these games that do have a crypto element to it. From what I hear, one of the biggest games of not only the year but probably the decade will be Grand Theft Auto 5, and or 6. I don't know what it is. Grand Theft Auto something. Grand Theft, the next Grand Theft Auto. And from what I hear, I'm hearing rumors that there's going to be some sort of crypto element to it, and that's why they're waiting till 2025. However, it's still just a rumor. So I know gaming is going to be a big piece of it. Thanks for the delayed discussion, especially with Jasmy Coin. Yeah, no problem. Um, Drew Walker's I just bought 44K. I mean, I don't know how much Jasmy Coin you have total, but I still feel like there's so much room for growth. I know we are at a higher point compared to where we started, but it's better late than never, right? And that's the goal to achieve financial freedom, security, and financial freedom. Fetch.ai well, moving very well, strong play. I like Fetch.ai as well, but I don't have a lot of it. I only have a small bit of it over on Kraken. Can you make a video in the future about generating money in a bear market by staking, like dividends? How would you plan this? And this is something that is worthwhile. So yeah, I mean, when it comes to staking, I think or finding ways to generate income in a bear market in the crypto market, I think you can look at it the same way that you would in the stock market, except the crypto market is a little bit difficult, right? Because all of the staking positions that you would have gotten into, right? So like ADA, it went from a $2 price point, $3 price point down to like literally cents, right? 10 cents, 20 cents or so. You see Algorand that has dropped down from a level of the high point of like $2 down to like less than 10 cents. So you're seeing all of these staking positions that did drop down pretty heavily, even CRO that dropped down, pretty heavily. So we have to see that consistency within the growth of the position. And overall, we'll be able to gain something in the end as we see the bull market happen. But it was very difficult to see that through because all of those positions came back a heavy amount, way more than what you saw other positions come back to. So, seeing CRO drop from 96 cents all the way down to like 4 cents was tough for a lot of people, right? That's more than Bitcoin dropped percentage wise. That's more than Ethereum dropped, and everything else has dropped percentage wise. And you saw the same thing for a lot of other things. But when we see this next bull market, which we are currently in, we're in the first maybe quarter of, um, we're going to see more of a well-established crypto market with less of a pullback that we will see in the next bear market. But yeah, it's always great to have some sort of way to generate income in a large way. And I think for me, the largest way to do that is going to be with CRO. I'm going to have that staked, and then I'll also have some other things that are staked as well. But I don't have any plans right now to um, heavily invest into some of those plays. I haven't really established that yet. So I will try and establish it eventually. And hopefully, a lot of these projects that we're currently holding implement some sort of passive income element to it. That would be great. It would be great to stake Jasmy. It would. It would be fantastic to stake Jasmy. I would have a certain amount that I stake for a very long time. Good morning, Matt and viewers. Good morning, Mom to the Max. Good morning, Fetch.ai. What's my opinion? Again, I have it. I like it. Um, but I don't have any like major opinions on it. I would say that I could possibly go over it in a little bit, but we're definitely going to start with Jasmy Coin. Off topic, but how do you like your steak? Either medium or medium rare. I tend to go medium because I like it medium rare, like true medium rare. Um, but it's like kind of in between. And I know when people do a steak, when I cook a steak, it's better to do it under than to do it over because if you overdo it, then you have to cook a whole new steak. If you underdo it, then they only have to recook it. So that's typically how I would do it in a restaurant is do it a little bit under. When they ask for medium, it would be closer to it would be closer to medium, but it would still be like in the realm of medium rare, but not like all the way um, true medium rare temperature. So yeah, medium is the way to go. Um, The pre-sale for Shiba Keanu sold out last night in less than 24 hours. That's fantastic that that happened. It's great to see pre-sales selling out. It's great to see, traction and interest um, and conversations that are happening behind these positions because, it's not about it's not about just getting into a lot of these plays that do have a massive use case. It's about ones that could be, kind of fun, like a Shiba Inu or like a Dogecoin or like a Pepe. And I thought that that was something that could have a lot of popularity. I don't have that much pool to have millions of dollars invested into one play. But it's always great to be able to see those catch the level of traction, maybe that they deserve. So I can't wait to see how it fully flourishes then. Thank you for letting me know that. I haven't checked it since. Um, hey Matt, what does it mean when it says insufficient liquidity for this trade on Coinbase wallet? Um, so that could mean I don't know what you're trading specifically, but a lot of times it's they don't have the available coins in order to trade. So when a exchange says like insufficient liquidity, it means that it's been traded too much or there's just not enough that's there. And once somebody does offer some up, then they'll have some available to trade. So if you put in a lesser trade, most likely you'll be able to get that, but you have to get to a certain point. There was a time where Farmcoin, if I was trading it on Coinbase, since it has only 690,000 coins, it was tough to kind of trade some of those at lower levels. And I mean, right now it's still at a low level, being at $50 ish. But, I don't want to have any type of insufficient liquidity when I am, trading that when it does get up to a value of like 300, 400, 500, $1,000 or so. Would it be smart to swap my, wait, sorry, 5 more days for Jasmy lockup? Um, So I don't know if it's going to happen April 1st. It said April. I don't know if it's going to be April 1st unless I have some different information. Bohm, I can go into Bohm a little bit later. Would it be smart to swap my ARP to Jasmy because of the latest news of XRP and expecting? Oh, you're trying to trade your XRP to Jasmy coin um, for the because of the latest news of XRP and expecting at least 30K or 30x with Jasmy. I mean, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell anybody to make that decision. I have both, and I haven't swapped my XRP for Jasmy coin, even though Jasmy coin may see a push a lot sooner. I haven't swapped any of my coins for this coin, for this token. But you make that decision however you see fit. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your position. Um, when you make your decision for yourself, it makes you feel better about what you did, or you learn from the mistake that you have made if it is a mistake. If I tell you what I would do, the reason why I would do it is because I would live with that decision. Um, and for a lot of people, and I'm not saying that would be you, for a lot of people, they won't be able to live with the decision from somebody else, but they're searching for that decision from somebody else. So maybe they can kind of blame that other person. I'm not saying that that would be you, but people tend to do that without even knowing it, right? And I've done it before where I'm like, hey, what should I do here? And if it's a bad decision on what I get, then it's like you made that decision, I didn't. If I'm trying to get a burger from a restaurant and I go to a restaurant, I'm not going to say any names of restaurants. I don't want to you push out negative news. But if I go for I go to a restaurant and get a burger, and it ends up being super greasy and difficult to eat and all of that. Um, I want to know that I made that decision. Same thing goes with investing. I'll learn from my mistake, and I have learned from that mistake, and I will never order a burger from that place again because that was the greasiest thing. It was like they cooked it and then they decided before they put it on the bun that they dipped it in grease and then put it on the bun. Like that's how bad that was. It was so bad. AGIX having some nice pumps. I mean, you're going to see a lot with AI positions. So if AGIX is moving, I wouldn't be surprised if, Fetch.ai and all these others that are moving as well. Um, when you stop when would you stop dollar cost averaging into Jasmy? Uh, do you have a new price prediction? We will go through that in a couple of seconds. Guys, if you could hit that like button, definitely hit the like button. Um, but when do I stop dollar cost averaging? I mean, once you start seeing, if you see lower prices, that's where I dollar cost average into it until I get the amount that I want. Right? If I wanted 1,000,000 coins and I was saying I was from here, I would wait, to see pullbacks. I would put a little bit in at these moments if I had none, just to get my foot in the door. Then we would see it get down to maybe 2 cents and then down to 1.5 cents and 1.4, and I would just keep dollar cost averaging until I can get to that point if I wanted to hold that much. But um, right now it depends, right? If you're just getting into it, you want to find the lowest prices you can find, and once you see those, you dollar cost average into it. But I'm done adding into Jasmy coin. I'm not buying anymore. I have 1,000,000 and I'm sitting on my 21,000 or 22,000 worth of this play. All right, so let's go into what we came in here for, which is to talk about Jasmy coin. We talk about the price predictions, and talk about my price prediction as well as every price prediction that is on the internet. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, before we do get started with that, feel free to go ahead and check out Margex. The link is down there in the description where you can start trading up to 100x leverage. And you can trade as little as 5x leverage, as little as $1 if you want to. And just get a sense for not only copy trading, but, leverage trading. So feel free to check out that link down below. But let's go ahead and look at some of these price predictions. You can see up here we have a massive amount of price predictions that are there, including my Robinhood investing portfolio, but we're not going to go through that. So let's start with the first one that comes from cryptonews.com, right? Jasmy price prediction 2024, 2025, and 2030. Now, a lot of times these price predictions tend to be weird. And the reason why they're weird is because they don't ever factor in certain things that could happen within that time frame. They don't factor in, maybe multiple bull runs and multiple bear markets. They don't really look at that, but they just look at it on a basis of whatever the movement has been in the past and whatever movement we're going to see based on that percentage movement that we've seen in the past, right? So hopefully that makes sense. So if we look at Jasmy coin, price prediction 2024, 2025, and 2030 for cryptonews.com. We're going to go down here and see a price prediction summary, right? I don't want to go into all the detail, but 2024, they have it at a minimum price of 0.0065, which, we did see it surpass that. An average price of 2 cents, maximum price of 7.5 cents, which would be great to see that level. 2025, they have a max price of 50% of a penny. And I guess this came out before we saw this, or sorry, minimum price of 50% of a penny, max or average price of 6 cents and a maximum price of 12 cents. And then 2030, they have 20% of a penny. I don't know why it keeps dropping down, as in it's going to just continue to decrease and not be worth anything. 10 cents or 35 cents. It's like, why is this decreasing and all of these increasing? That makes no sense whatsoever, to have a minimum price that's lower each year, but then have an average price, a maximum price higher each year. Makes no sense whatsoever. I honestly think that these prices right here, these prices right here that they have at 2030 are going to be the prices we see in 2024. But that's just my opinion, right? So let's go to the next price prediction, which comes from CCN, and their price prediction, they have 2024. They have 3 different price predictions. So price prediction number 1, they have a 5-cent price for 2024, 5-cent price or 6-cent price for 2025, and then it's going to increase to a 17-cent price for 2030. Then they have price prediction number 2, 3.5 cents for 2024, 5 cents for 2025, and 31 cents for 2030, which again makes no sense why you're looking at looking at it that way with less of a price, but then all of a sudden skyrocketing to 32 cents again. But then you have another price prediction, 3 cents, 5 cents, and 32 cents, which is basically not even a change from the second prediction. It's like, why even have a second and third prediction at all? Sometimes, again, I don't get these price predictions, but they're the experts, right? We're not the experts, they're the experts. If we look at the next one, which comes from Techopedia, you're seeing a 2024 price prediction of a low of 50% of a penny, 1 cent price average, and then about 3 cents of a potential high. For 2025, 1 cent of a low, 2.5 cents of an average, and then 7 cents of a high. 2030 would be 0.0005 cents. If it gets down to that point, I'm buying up all the Jasmy coin. I'll tell you that. Yeah, that's the low. Then it would be 0.00 or 10% of a penny, and then you would see 60% of a penny of a high by 2030. They think it's going to completely collapse, and it's going to sink to an average of 10% of a penny. Not a good investment, or not a good investment by their standards. They think it's only going to be a short-term investment, which I don't see that. I think it's going to be a long-term investment and be worth quite a bit, especially with the max supply that they do have. And hopefully we see some sort of a decrease within that supply. If we look at the next price prediction, Investor Place, we're going to see Jasmy price predictions, and we're going to scroll down here and see what they do have as full price predictions. Is there anything here? I don't even see anything here. Starting off for Jasmy estimates, digital coin price. The average 2023 estimate is 96% of a penny. And then next on our list, predictions for Jasmy coin to drop to $0 over the next year. I mean, it is technically $0. Finally, Investor Wallet offers a 1-year price estimate of 40 or 4.3% of a penny for Jasmy coin. It's like, why do they think that this is going to collapse over 1 year? That it's not going to be worth what it is? Like, was this article written like 5 years ago? I don't know what's the like. It's in May of 2023. Maybe that's the reason why you see that price prediction there. But then we go through one that's blockchainreporter.net. Jasmy price prediction for 2024. You have potentially surpassing 1.5 cents, which it did already surpass that. 2025 to increase to 4 cents or about 5 cents. 2026, 6 cents. 2027, 8 cents. 2028 will be 9 cents. 2029 would be 13 cents. 2030 would be 35 cents. So that's a large jump from here to here is a big jump compared to what they have had in the past. From here to here is a big jump from what they've had in the past. But then you have it will surpass $1 in 2040, and we will see it at a level to reach $5 by 2050. So that's their price prediction for Blockchain Reporter. And then one last price prediction here, which comes from Cryptopolitan, which has a 2024 to 2032 price prediction. And they have 2023 seeing a 50% of a penny level, which I believe that was the case. It did end up increasing over that. 2024 would be a 80% of a penny. Then you would see 1 cent of a maximum for 2025, 1.7 cents for 2026, which we've already surpassed that. 2.5 cents, we've already surpassed that. 3.7, 5.2, 7.5, 11 cents, and 15 cents for 2032 is what they do have here. Again, they all have these price predictions because they want to be conservative. And maybe some of these are created, in 2023. You see here September 9th, 2023. So it's not really giving you what the updated prices are. And if you did have those updated prices on this specific website, you would probably see a different outlook on it, and they would probably up those numbers to a higher level. But we don't have a lot of those. A lot of these price predictions are from 2023. But my price prediction that we see within here, if I had to give mine, for where Jasmy coin is right now, I expect to see a 10x from where we are, so around a 20-cent price point in 2024, and maybe even pushing to about 50 cents within that level, which would be fantastic. But I also see in 2025 being a larger impact and getting up to the level where it does surpass $1. So all these price predictions that they've had, I think they're kind of they're way lower than what my expectations are. Um, and honestly, my expectations were higher when I looked at the price predictions before this. And I was telling people, hey, it's going to be worth a lot more than you saying it's going to be 50% of a penny or 60% of a penny in 2024. I was saying before the halving, we probably will see it at a level of 1 to 2 cents, and we're seeing it at 2.1, 2.2, 2.7 cents. So that's kind of my overall breakdown of where things are. Currently, the price with Jasmy coin is at about 2.2 cents, down 5% on the day. It's at a $1 billion market cap with $169 million worth of volume and 15% volume to market cap ratio. Now, we also saw this get to a price in the last 24 hours of about 2.4 cents before decreasing down. And you see the entire market that is down on the day by 1.5%. So that's really my breakdown of all price predictions. Hopefully, we don't have a lot of people that ask about this. And if they do, I want you guys to, give them the breakdown that it's probably between the 15-minute mark and the 26-minute mark of this live stream. 15-minute mark and 26-minute mark of this live stream. But thank you guys for watching this part of the live stream and being a part of it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. What are your price predictions for Jasmy coin in the next 6 years? How's your Coinbase portfolio looking? Wait, last time I saw it was 160. I think it's 170. It was to 180 like 9 yesterday or something like that, but it did decrease by quite a bit. So I go to my portfolio really quick. 172. It's down $8,500 on the day. Sync has decreased a lot. VSG has been a big performer for me, but yeah, it's down quite a bit. The Jasmy lockup Jasmy has a lockup and the token burn. Hold Jasmy, it will go much higher. I believe that will be the case. Jasmy 2024 will hit 50 cents to $1. I'm all for everybody else's predictions. I think it's always great to see where we have this going. Like, you can tell if someone was to tell you that a certain price is a great price, but then they decided to sell at those prices, they have to have a reason as to why they decided to sell. Like, if they sold everything at those prices and they told you it's a great price, it's obviously not the best price for people to buy into. But, I'm looking at the prices now for Jasmy coin. And if you look at what I'm holding, I still believe that this is going to go a lot further. So I still hold my entire million portfolio. Now, will I take profit as time goes on? Yes, I have my exit plan that's established. I don't care if I know it's going to increase. I know it's going to get to $1 or $1.50. I could have 1.5 million. But what I want to do is secure certain things, because honestly, I've talked about this plenty of times. I don't need a boatload of money. I don't need $100 million by any means. What I need is just to be able to pay off the high interest student loans that I have, as well as I just paid off my car loan yesterday, so I'm happy about that. But pay off anything that has a higher interest, and then also, not have any type of debt, even the good debt that people claim is good debt, which is mortgage, my mortgage amount. I want to pay that off as well, even though it's only 3%. I want to, just so I don't have to pay anything towards that, and all I'm paying is taxes, right? And then everything really can go towards investing or wherever I want it to go. It can go towards the 529 account for the kids, but this can be like, I can truly own property and not say that I own it, but I'm paying it off, because technically the bank owns it, right? So I want to be able to own things, and I don't, right? Which technically what I could do is all of this money that I have in my investment portfolios, I could pay off absolutely everything. However, some of those are very low interest, so it doesn't make sense for me to give up something that can potentially make 100% in that year. or even my dividend portfolio that can make 10%. It doesn't make sense to do that. So when I have a decent amount that I can now put forth or put away, I can put that towards that if I want to. But yeah. Do you have a good source for news on airdrops? I don't. I'm not really a big airdrop person. Just bought more Jasmy. Congratulations on that. Thoughts on Robinhood credit card. So I'm actually going to make a video today on the Robinhood credit card. I said that I saw that, I was like, holy cow, I need it because I feel like 3% is great. I feel like all of the information is great. I'm going to put out a video on my credit card channel today because I think it's a no-brainer that I talk about that credit card on my credit card channel, which I haven't talked about anything on that channel in a while. It's been like maybe 3 weeks that I haven't uploaded anything. So I wanted to take the weekend and do like like make a bunch of different videos. But when I saw that yesterday, I was like, this is a no brainer to talk about the Robinhood credit card. Absolutely. Um, so let me actually jot that down just so I remember. Robinhood. I had it. Robinhood credit card. Okay. Alrighty then. Why'd I do that? Boom. What's crazy is yesterday, I know some of you seen the videos, but yesterday I made a couple of videos where there was no audio at all. And I was so upset because typically, like, my voice only has so much. And I know some of you are probably the same way. My voice only has so much. So I, you know what? I got to watch this video. Sorry, I'm not watching the video now, but I got to bring this video up. Um, and let me just do this so I can watch it later because I feel like that's going to be a good video. I hate that YouTube knows what to recommend to me, but yeah, I made a bunch of videos, 4 videos for 40 minutes talking straight, right? And it's something that killed my voice, and I was so upset because I had some other content that I wanted to bring to the table, which was um, basically giving you an update on Shiba Inu. I wanted to definitely do that. Um, but now I also have a video. I'm going to post the the breakdown of what I just went over, which was the price predictions for Jasmy coin. I'm gonna post that as a separate video because I feel as though it's necessary to be able to have that. I know a lot of people are gonna come here for a 2 hour live stream and go, um, like, when did you talk about this? Are you talking about it now? Are you ever gonna get into this? And it's just an issue. Um, Sorry, let me go back here. We got 274 people here. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you can. It does help out the channel. It helps out growth. It helps out just everything. I'm bored with 2 cents. Our eyes are used to 2 cents. That's true. We want to see a lot more. And it's like it gets exciting, then then it like stalls out. And then it gets exciting again, then it stalls out. It's like we want to see a level of 3 cents, and we see 3 cents, we're like, what's next? It's like a what have you done for me lately type of thing. Uh, do you have a? Oh wait, I read that. Mm, Panasonic partnership will run the price up on Jasmy. Only my opinion, of course. Yeah, I think Panasonic partnership will be more of a test of a proof of concept in a way, and also being able to implement or input yourself into that Internet of Things sector there. I feel like it's a big plus. Yesterday, I was happy to be able to get out of the house. I played golf yesterday. I didn't record anything, but I did play actually okay at times. I shot an 87 um, at it's pretty much an easy course, like really short. You're hitting wedges into the greens and stuff like that. So I was playing, there, and it was fun. Rent is so cheap; it's only 6%. Only 6% uh, give or take on a buying price. I'd rather the other person take the risk of owning real estate in a crash market. I mean, what's the risk of owning? You never really have a risk of owning property. You know, honestly, when it comes to the skyrocketing prices, the interest rates are crazy, right? The interest rates are ridiculous. The prices aren't that much because people are not wanting to go out and get a house because these interest rates are like 7%. And if you're paying 7% on a mortgage, that is honestly insane. You're paying a ridiculous amount of interest and you need to pay off that immediately or refinance as soon as you get the opportunity to do so. So if it comes down to 4%, you refinance, which honestly, the cost of refinancing is also a boatload because now you're refinancing either to the same company, and paying a certain amount in order to do that, or to a new company where you're establishing a brand new loan and have new initial costs. It may be a little bit difficult for some people, but I know my mortgage or our mortgage is like really low. It's like 3%. So seeing it at that level of interest, I was like, it's a no brainer. So that's the last thing that we're going to pay off, which we might not even just pay that off because I'm gaining 10%. It all depends, right? If I can continue to add more money to my dividend portfolio, then I will, throw some here and there, maybe an extra $1,000 a month or something. Which right now I think we're throwing like an extra 300 or 400 to it every month, which is paying it off. It's dialing down the interest that we will pay in the long term, but um, obviously not nearly enough. We're still paying a mass amount of interest. I think so far we've paid like 40,000 in interest, and that's because I think we're in the first how many years? 7 years, 8 years, something like that. XRP and Jasmy are great tokens. Be patient. I agree with you. When I golf, I break windows. How? There's no windows on the golf course. Somehow I break windows. What's your price prediction for Pika Moon? I don't actually have a price prediction right now, so we'll have to go into that at some point. Uh, can you buy? Wait, can the Bitcoin dominance please go to 40%? What's your golf handicap, Matt? It's around 15. I typically shoot anywhere plus uh, like plus or minus maybe one or two over a 90, right? So it's between 85 and 90. So typically I'm shooting around an 85, like I said, 85 to 90. There are some times where I'm shooting like 100, and it depends how I'm striking it on that day. It depends how. Yesterday, my putting was horrendous. If my putting was better, I would have shot probably an 81, which would have been my lowest score that I've shot since in 3 years at least. Because, um, yeah, I think the lowest score I've ever shot was an 80, and that was on a par 72. So it was 8 over par. That was the lowest score I've ever shot. Um, and I love those rounds because it feels like everything's working for you. Just a couple of things that didn't work for me, which I ended up, going into trees at some point, getting out of those trees. But because I was doing all of the right things, it all worked out. So, is it still worth investing into Bitcoin? I think it's still worth investing into Bitcoin. It would be more of a long-term push, and it would be more like investing into an ETF, honestly, that you shouldn't expect it to not 100x 100% gain within it. You wouldn't expect it to double, even though it probably will from 70 to 140 or 150. I think it definitely will. It's just it's not the expectation. It will happen over time where you'll see Bitcoin, go up to 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, things like that. And some people say $1 million. So yeah, Did you sniff out any more hot poop coins? I don't know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen any brand new. I haven't looked for any brand new coins lately. Do you hold Strump, Matt? And can you go over your thoughts on election coins? So no, I don't hold Strump. I hold MAGA Trump and Joe Biden coin. I wanted to hold, just one of each side. I really didn't want to hold, multiple of everyone that's out there. But I do think election coins are going to be big. Election coins are going to be it during the election or lead up to the election. We're going to see a lot of them end up pushing quite a bit. And I think MAGA Trump, with the success that it already has had, will definitely have more success and be worth a lot more during that time period. It's like when you like if there's like a new popular, let's say Marvel show or whatever, there's certain Funko Pops that I will have that will be worth $100 or $200 because of that fact that people are seeing that Marvel show, like Loki. When Loki was out, my Loki Funko Pop, my Grail Loki Funko Pop, was worth about $6,000, and that's for a Funko Pop. I think right now it's worth like 2,000 or 3,000. Um, but while that show was out, it was worth so much more. And honestly, there's only like 250 that were made or something, or 450, I can't remember. But there's not many that are in good condition. So, um, but that's really the case there. I think you'll see the same thing kind of with that. Um, and honestly, I lost my train of thought as to what I was truly talking about, but I think it moved on me because I usually go back and look at it. Trump, got you. So I think those election coins will definitely be worth a lot during that time period. However, afterward, they may not be worth as much. So you want to find a place to where you're going to take your investment, you're going to take your profit. It's going to be a lot shorter term than it is going to be longer term. I mean, depending who wins, right? Because if you have a situation where you know, Trump, I'm not even following the election or anything that does happen, but Trump does win in some form or fashion. I don't know what's going on with him. If they are the candidates, I really don't know. Honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. But if that's the case, you probably have an extended period of time with one or extended period of time with the other. So I feel as though you're going to see a push with all of those. Which platform can you buy Mega Coin? Are you talking about MAGA Coin? I buy it on the BSC network. Let me go back to MetaMask. I think I have to log in. Yeah, I buy it on MetaMask and I buy it on BSC. I think it is an Ethereum coin, but they are multi-chain, I believe. So uh, you have Trump, MAGA Trump, that is over there, and you could buy it over there. But you have to, I would say, copy the address. So if you go, let's say, into, let me bring up my watch list, and we go to the position, which is currently worth about $5. If we go to it and you click into it, you want to copy this address. So you have this address. You can copy in Ethereum if you want to buy it on the Ethereum network, or you can buy it on Solana or buy it on BNB or Base. And all you have to do is copy this and then add the token over to either PancakeSwap um, and add it to your MetaMask overall. Where do you go to find out the value of your Funko Pops and to flip them? So you can go to the Funko app, actually. They tell you what the value is and what the last sold amount was. So like if I go to my Funko app, it tells me what the value is for them as you scan them and put them in your I don't know what it's called. It's like your list. So I have my collection, which is worth about $3,200 total. I want to go with the most expensive. It's probably not worth as much now, but overall, for a long period of time, I plan on holding it for probably as long as I live, and then we'll see what that can sell for um, at the end of my life. But right now, that Loki Funko Pop is worth $1,800. The other Loki Funko Pops that I have a Thor Funko Pop that's worth 120, and then another one that's Loki that's worth 77. But a lot of the values have come down. Um, Recently, there hasn't been many Marvel pictures or many situations where Loki is out there, but I've had ones that were worth a lot more, and ones that were worth a lot less. Um, if I buy Fetch, am I secure in that merger? I don't know what merger you're talking about, honestly. The reality of crypto market is trading. Um, Sorry, let me go back here. The reality of the crypto market is trading is the only actual payment right now for projects, trading fees. Um, so I want to say yes, that's true. The only actual payment is trading fees. The only actual reason to utilize crypto is trading. But you look at some other ones, trying to think of ones that truly do have a value to them in a use right now. I would say, yeah. I mean, I can't think of anything that does have a solid use right now, but has a future potential use. Yes. So I would agree. Can Bohm reach $1? Yes, I think it can. It's just the will it have the traction to make that move? Behind. Wait, Matt, behind on the live chat. Am I behind? Yeah, I mean I'm behind on the live chat. I tend to go through and give a detailed answer, and then what I do is I skip. So I don't think anyone would hold three coins. Ocean on fire. Matt, what's your price prediction for VSG? Any new updates? No new updates right now, um, that I know of. But if I have any new updates, I will provide them in like the new month. Um, but I would say my price prediction for where I see that getting to, I would like to see a 50 million dollar market cap to $100 million market cap, and just slowly make those moves up. I feel like they have, a lot of, we're seeing a couple or a bit of popularity, and we just need the places to be able to purchase it. You know, Hi Matt, having 60% of a portfolio in BTC wrong? No, no, I don't think that's wrong at all. You probably won't see the same level of gains as a lot of other people because it's more of a consistent mover. And what you're looking for is 100% gain versus seeing, a 10x gain or a 100x gain or anything like that. But there's nothing wrong with being in Bitcoin. There's a lot of people that are heavily in Bitcoin. And why they do that is because they already have a lot of money. So if they have a lot of money, they're not looking to risk any more money. And what they'll do is they'll risk a little bit compared to how much they have in Bitcoin, but 90% of their portfolio will be in Bitcoin. I know some people that have, hundreds of thousands of dollars in Bitcoin alone, and then they'll have, maybe 25,000 split amongst a lot of other projects. So, which has grown honestly to a lot more. But the point is that they have more majority of their money in Bitcoin and watching that grow at a consistent rate rather than looking at say XRP that goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. And you have to find it at the lowest level. And even if you find it at the lowest level, it still feels like it has taken away all of the gains in a matter of an hour versus seeing those gains happen in a matter of days or weeks. But yeah, it's not a problem to have Bitcoin, no. I'm skipping forward because I feel like we have a lot of missed chats. We haven't seen any retail take action like we were retail, but we've been in the crypto market since the dump. They need to ease the rates so that household can spend more money in investing. I mean, they don't want people to invest. If they have a bunch of people that invest and make money there, they don't have enough workers within those businesses, those companies that need workers. What's crazy is they want to limit people's ability to make a bunch of money, but then they want to take away those jobs with AI eventually. And it's like, we don't want you to work less now. We want you to work less later. And when you work less later, it doesn't matter what you do at that moment because we already have the AI to take over what your job was. So um, it's like how if you have a boss that is like, I don't know, stubborn or something, and you're stubborn, and um, you end up, maybe doing the wrong job or something like that, or not liking your job. Your boss notices that and wants to fire you first, or you want to quit before they fire you. Like that's the type of thing that's happening here, and they're gonna fire you before you get a chance to quit, right? What do you think about Pokemon? Um, like collecting Pokemon? I mean, I'm a fan of Pokemon. I like Pokemon. I have Pokemon cards, but I don't have any expensive ones. I have a lot of Loricana cards and a lot of basketball cards that are here. I'm trying to find a signed um, Victor Wembanyama card because I got his rookie card here, but I don't know how much that's worth, if it's worth anything. I would like to get one of these green ones. I'm just starting to collect a lot of the basketball cards, NBA cards, because like I said, I like collectibles and I want to hold these collectibles for a long period of time, put them away, whatever's worth a lot, and then you know, down the road you'll be able to sell them or somebody will be able to sell them. Hopefully, they're not in some sort of storage unit. Once you're a millionaire, Matt, will you start collecting art to store wealth? So, no. Um, uh, what I will do, right, when it comes to being a millionaire outside of what I have in my long term positions, like something to where I'm like, okay, this is I have $1 million here that's completely liquid, and I could completely take that out if I wanted to, right? Because that's the base amount that I put in there is still $1 million. What I want to do is collect from that, so $3,000 a month in dividends, as well as what the gains will be. So if it could be within that month, I end up gaining $1,000 or $2,000 within just the movement of the positions, as well as the dividends that I get paid. I would like to have a total of about $4,000 a month that I can pull from that, and honestly just live off of if I wanted to. But if I don't need to pull it, I won't pull it, and I'll just continue to stack it up. Um, but no, I don't plan on doing that. I plan on putting that money into the markets and letting it run, year after year after year after year after year, and just collecting what I can collect there in the long term ETFs and businesses as well. Some businesses you will see that don't innovate and they end up failing, and they're just not worth as much as they were maybe in the past. That's why I don't really invest into individual businesses as much, but I'm starting to dabble into that and invest into some of those technology businesses individually as well as my ETFs. So more of a another long-term account that I'm establishing, and also establishing a 529 account or multiple 529 accounts for Harper and Hayden, which I've been contributing to for a long time, but now I'm contributing a lot more to. Um, but the reason why I want to do that, I'm not even going to tell them that they have a 529 account, but I am going to go through individual investment portfolios to show her how to do that, to show both of them how to do that. A million sounds like it's a lot, but it's not. I know. Very true. I think there's a lot here. I have some Jasmy coin. Can you do a Slurf price prediction or analysis, please? So I'm not going to look into Slurf. The reason why I'm not going to look into Slurf is until the whole Coinbase or KuCoin thing is over. Um, I'm not touching that or talking about it because I want Grok to be listed on KuCoin. So I apologize that I'm not going to talk about it, but I do appreciate you um, being here and commenting and whatnot. Um, Price prediction for Beam and chat chain GPT. Beam I can talk about. The I have Beam. Am I in my watch? I'm not in my watch list. I have Beam, and I like that play. I really do like the gaming space, and I think Beam already has established itself as a bigger player, being worth $1 billion or $2 billion at the moment. I think it has the ability to be worth a level of a dollar, which it seems like a dollar is always that level, but that's kind of the breaking point to where we see that get to a $50 billion market cap, which is not a ridiculous level to get to for a top gaming cryptocurrency. I have about 20, no, I have more than that. I was going to say I had 26,000, but I think I have a little bit more. So let me go over to um, here. I have 59 or 60,000 Beam at the current moment. Helium token is on Solana wallet. Thoughts on Poo, please. Um, Maybe in a little bit. 1 million US dollars is 1 million US dollars is a lot, and don't let anyone tell you different. I mean, it is a lot. Um, it's just it seems like everybody's always talking about it, so it makes so um, in your mind you're like it's not as much as it once was, or it seems like everybody's saying that anybody could be a millionaire at this point. And honestly, with cryptocurrency, you definitely have that ability to get there a lot quicker. Um, but yeah, it still is a lot. It still can provide you with um, amazing passive income if you put it in the right places. What do you think Swiftcoin price will be this year? I'm pushing for a level of like 5 cents, 10 cents. I would love to see that happen, but we will see as time goes on. I want to see much more than that, but that's definitely some levels that I'm looking at as potential exit plans. I haven't set up an exit strategy for Swift yet, so we'll have to do that. Um, if $1 million was easy to achieve, everyone would be a millionaire. Very, very true. Very, very true. It's difficult to achieve, I would say, because of the massive amount of debt situations that we have going on. Like good debt, bad debt, all of the debt. There's just so many different opportunities for people to purchase things without actually having the money to buy it, right? Like back in the day, houses were I'm not saying like I'm super old, but back in the day, houses were super cheap. Compared to how much you got paid, it was definitely um, relatively cheap. Like if you look at that, it was a lot cheaper. Um, but I don't know when they introduced it, um, introducing the fact that you can buy these uh, these houses on a loan, and creating an interest plan to where they're getting majority of their interest up front. um, it just made it easier for anybody to buy a property. However, you still had some situations in place where it made it more difficult for some people to get properties. But the point is that once you do get those properties, or get established those properties, you still have interest to pay, you still have a mortgage to pay, you still have taxes to pay, all of those things. And you have a massive debt situation to where you're now living for 30 years, maximum, I guess, 30 years with that debt that's on your books. Now, if you have a lot of money to pay off, you can pay that off, um, pretty easily. Then it's not going to be 30 years for you, or it's not going to be 15 years for you. But I don't plan for it to be that long for us. Like, I expect it to be paid off within the next, either within the next 5 years, or I would just keep it and just put all the money extra into my dividend portfolio. We will see again. Uh, Charlie Munger even said, making 100K is hard. Yeah, it is. But it seems like every job is paying you 100K. It seems like it. Everybody's like, oh, how much do you make? I make 100K. I hear it all the time, and maybe they're lying, saying that they make $100,000 when in reality they make like 80 or make 70 and then round up to 100K for some reason. I don't know, but it seems like every time someone is asked that, they're always like, "Yeah, I make $100,000 or 120,000 or something like that." And like, isn't there only like a certain percentage of people that make $100,000 a year? Probably before taxes. Well, yeah, I mean, typically when they say that, I would say it before taxes as well. But I think there's a certain amount percent of Americans making 100K. Um, According to Jubal, 18% of Americans earn more than 100K annually. Only 18%. 35% of American households earn more than 100K per year. This puts the top wait. This puts the top 24% of the U.S. population in the category of households earning over 100K a year. So that's still not a lot, but it's definitely a lot more than what we've seen in the past. Um, Salaries have gone up, but hourly rates in a lot of cases haven't. And sometimes some salaries haven't gone up. Like, I've seen certain industries to where it feels like somebody that works at like McDonald's can make just as much as you being at whatever job this is for a certain amount of time, right? Because there's certain places that can pay $15 an hour, and that's like $30,000 a year. That's like an entry level position. That's where I started as an entry level position after having, at least one degree. It wasn't 2 degrees, but it was, one degree. Then after I got my third and fourth degree, or sorry, second and third degree, um, I started making a lot more. And then once I applied for my master's, or started to take my master's classes, that's when I jumped to the highest amount that I was making. But it still wasn't enough to put up with all the things I was putting up with. Minimum wage is still $7.50 in Alabama. I think it's still like seven something as well. Matt, the longer the title, the shorter the salary. The longer the title, the shorter the salary. That doesn't make sense, does it? VP of Finance. That's pretty short. Um, Junior accountant. Yeah, I guess. Senior accountant. See? Wait, is junior longer than senior? I think they're the same amount of letters. Yeah, I think they're the same amount of letters, right? I don't know. Maybe I added a letter to senior there. You can put JNR or SNR. I guess that's true. I don't think you can put. I don't know. I think it's just, I don't think JNR is a thing. I think it's JR or SR. I think that's how you abbreviate those. I don't think N is a part of that abbreviation. I may be mistaken, but when I see it on my brother's last name, it's JR. Um, Working is stupid and a waste of time. You cannot work and make money. That's the biggest myth. I don't know how that makes sense. I think working is um, kind of a waste of time because you're valuing yourself at the same rate every single day. Then if you value yourself at the same rate every day, there's no room for growth, right? You're pushing for a 2% raise within the next year if you do a good job this year when inflation went up by 7%. It's like, okay, you're fighting somebody said you're fighting. I was saying you're fighting a battle every day. VP of Social Director of Revenue for Regional Accounts, entry level sales, job at 50K. Been there, done that. Matt, what do you think CRO will get to? $3 is my level. I see a lot of FUD saying it won't even reach a dollar. I mean, you're going to see that. You're going to see FUD. You're going to see people that claim that things will not be worth what they are. You have to believe in what you see within the position, and all signs lead to this being worth well over what the all-time high was. Um, and I see CRO getting to a dollar beyond. I see it getting to $2 and $3, and then potentially could even burn some of the supply like they did before, and kind of compete with B&B in a way. And I think they do want that competition. I think they do want that smoke, right? It's where they're going to see a higher price point because they have a lower supply. And then those same people are going to be non-existent, right? They're going to be like, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. They're hiding behind, a screen, or some people may be out in the open saying that CRO won't be worth that much, but then never revisit it and just say, oh, congratulations for those people that ended up making money with CRO. I didn't think that was going to happen. You think that we're just going to take that and go, okay, well, all is forgiven. You've talked down CRO for such a long time, for so many videos and so many posts, but now you want to be like, oh, congratulations to those people. No, like that, we're not taking that. That's how it works. People have claimed that Jasmy coin would never get to a value of 1 cent, would never find a way to be worth what it even once was of, 60% of a penny or 70% of a penny. They said that it would get delisted and it would be at the bottom of the barrel and never be worth anything. All of those people are gone, right? There's no people that have said that. There's still people that are talking about Jasmy coin that still don't believe in it from these levels. But you're always going to have people at every single level that will hate on what you are buying and want you to buy something else, especially as someone that has like a platform like mine. People will hate everything that I say because they want me to talk about their position. They want me to talk about the position that they're in. But that's the reason why, like, I'll read the comments, but that's the reason why I won't respond to those comments, right? I have thick skin. I don't care about about those things that they are saying. I believe what I believe. I'm talking about my investing style, not to get confirmation from anybody, right? So it's interesting how those people come and go. Workers will never make $1 million. That's not true. That is not true at all. If people really knew how to invest their money, they would make a lot of money. But a lot of people don't trust, like, they don't want to put their money somewhere else because they know that they want to hold that money and do something with that money. It's always about burning a hole in their pocket versus making that money work for them. And if they start to understand making that money work for them, they open up a whole new like playing field for them, basically. Like they put $100. If you put $100 a month into, let's say, the S&P 500, and you gain an average of 10% per year, it may take you a while to get to that point within maybe like 40 years, 50 years, but you'll have a significant amount, like hundreds of thousands or maybe even $1 million at that point. And that's just with 100 a month that you're throwing aside. Instead of you putting that towards whatever else you're putting it towards, right? If you're buying clothes every single month, take those clothes and now take $50 or $100 out of it and put it into the S&P 500, put it into an ETF that's a long-standing ETF, something that has consistent growth, and you'll get maybe a dividend payment as well as have that growth, which would be amazing. If people understand that, you can gain so much. There's short-term wealth that you can gain with like cryptocurrency and individual stocks and even penny stocks if you want to, or collectibles or whatever, but there's also long-term wealth that you can gain with investing into some of these ETFs, index funds, throwing it into a retirement account, something like that. If people understand that, you truly do, you start building a lot, but people don't see it until they start hitting the thousands. So after the first year, when you invest $1,200, you're going to see that it's growing by 10%. It's growing by, maybe $120 over that time period. Then the next year you continue to add more and you have $24,000 that's in there. It grew by $240 within that year because, you had 10% that you gain. Now you're adding another $100 as well. It's up to $3,600 plus the extra amounts that you added. So say an extra 500. So let's say it's $3,700 and you're adding another $1,200 and you continue to compound that every single year that you're adding 10%, 10%, 10% on top of what you're adding already. So it can get you a lot more within that time frame than you putting, that $100 towards whatever. If you buy water bottles every single month, find that $100 and throw it into an index fund or throw it into, a long-standing ETF. I mean, it's as simple as that. And I know a lot of people, again, want to see results immediately. You're not going to see those results immediately. I mean, I can say that my investing portfolio, yes, has grown primarily because I've added a lot to it and not because of the overall push of it, like the overall the gain of everything. However, if you look at not all history, if you look at my portfolio over the last year, or at least over the last couple of months, you can see the consistency in that growth. And this is not from me investing. This is not from any money that's being put in there. This is from just the consistent growth in what I'm invested into, meaning that within this time period, it grew by 3% or about $1,000 at that point. Now, again, 3% could be different for you or it could be different for me because I have 33,000 that's sitting there, meaning that 3% is, $1,000 ish. But with time, you compound those gains, you compound what you're adding into it, and you can make a ton from it. Yeah, I got to talk about that Robinhood Gold card. I definitely have to make a video on that. All right, so we are going to have to get out of here in 5 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the portion of the video where I talked about Jasmy coin, every price prediction for Jasmy coin, and I'm going to put that video out there. I'm gonna take that snippet and then put the video out there. So you should see that come up at some point today. But yeah, that's what this was all about. I just wanted to do a live stream here. I do have the kids with me all week, and yeah, what's today? Wednesday? Yeah. And see if within my watch list, which I am in my watch list, to see what is moving within there. So Beam is up by 6%. Rock is up by 2%, up to about 2 cents. It's great to see $127 million market cap. I want to see that a lot further than 3 cents. I believe it can go a ton farther than that, which is great. Harvest Finance That's also up by 2%. ARK is up by, I don't even have ARK, so I'm gonna move that position from here. But I only have three positions that are actually at an increase in my watch list. Everything else is at a decrease, right? Cosmos, you have Ethereum that's down, you have Shiba Inu that's down, Bonk that's down, um, ALCX is down 3%. What's down the most? You have GME that's down by 28%. You have Joe Biden coin that's down by 16%. You have Sync that's down by 11%. Reddit that's down by 11%. Bohm that's down by 9%. VSG that's also down by 9%. Still at about 13 million, so that's great to see. Um, there's a lot that's down here today. Can you check Luna's price prediction for 2024 to 2030? Yeah, I definitely can. Not now, but yeah, I'll go through that maybe in a separate video. I know my Lunic videos haven't been getting a lot of traction on YouTube. I wish they would because I do have like news from time to time about it that I want to talk about it, but I'm just like it's not going to provide any type of viewership there. Jasmy will perform the same as VeChain did last bull run. How's your XRP? I traded mine for Bitcoin or ICP. It's still sitting there. I mean, I have 35,000, so it's not doing anything. I mean, it's still sitting at 62 cents. It's down 3.6%. I expect so much more out of it, but we will see how this does fully play out. But anyways, I appreciate you guys that are here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, those links are in the description. Now, also, if you want to start trading on Margex, which I've been trading on Margex for a while, and honestly, my Litecoin position has been working wonders for me because that's at an increase there. But I'm sitting at, where's that? 248% or $55 here on this play, which I might just take all of it there. I do have a couple of Litecoins that are sitting there for XRP as well as for USDC, which I'm up $215 on that at the moment. And I think Litecoin could go so much further, but I just want to accept some of these gains. I always like to accept the gains that I have seen. But anyways, you can trade up to 100x leverage on Margex if you guys want to. You can also trade as little as 5x leverage. You can also trade as little as $1 if you wanted to, and you'll get a sense for leverage trading and what it really means if you wanted to dive into it with a dollar or $5 or $10 or something like that, and then 5x leverage that $5, which would be trading with $25 to essentially make multiple percentages back. So, anyways, that's what I have for you guys today. Again, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you all in the next video. Thank you, the people that are watching on Rumble, as well as X, as well as Twitch and Kick. I appreciate you guys so much as well. But yeah, I got to get out of here, so I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.